I almost forgot. We've got a brand new show starting on Hobby Maker, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. until 8 a.m, featuring loads of new things. The Early Bird Special, a special offer only available during the Wake Up to Hobby Maker show. Who the Hobby Maker Are You? A slightly extended interview with our guest designers, Help Me Hobby Maker, encouraging you to email in with all of your crafting queries, and a sneak peek, the final 20 minutes of the show, letting you know what's coming up later on in the day. So don't forget to join us. Set your alarms 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. on Hobby Maker. I think I'll get 5 more Zs in.
Oh, that's a coincidence. Hello, good morning. Yeah, talking about Wake Up with Hobby Maker, and here we are live on this, what day of the week is it?
Monday.
Monday, of course it's Monday. Do you find that, when you work weekends, sometimes all your days kind of roll into one?
Yeah, and you're like, oh, is it? Like last week, I thought I was way more further into the week than I was. And I was like, I just turned to Dan. I was like, what day is it? And he was like, it's only Tuesday. I was like, oh, it's fine then. I've got loads of time.
I'm useless with dates. I'm useless with days. I mean, I thought I was 58 this year. I'm not. I'm 57.
I never know how old I am.
Yeah.
Never know.
Well, good morning. Great to have your company this morning. I'm Dave, and this is lovely Natalie, of course, from Hunky Dory. And we're actually sitting down.
We are. We were just saying how weird this is, isn't it? We're so used to standing up, but it's comfy.
It's a novelty.
I know, it's the morning.
Now, Natalie, of course, is with Hunky Dory. Hunky Dory, if you're brand new to Hobby Maker, you may not know, but Hunky Dory is a British family-run business, which is fantastic to know.
It's great.
And you've been there how long?
I've been there since 2018 now.
Okay.
So nearly 5 years, is it? If I do the maths correctly.
We were just talking, actually, before we came on air, that we are 4 months old now.
I know, it's gone so quick though, hasn't it?
In some respects, it feels like we've always been here. In other respects, it feels like it's gone just like that.
Yeah, it's gone so quick, but it's so, I think it's because it's so like lovely to be here, isn't it? Every day is so much fun. We've always got great products for everyone, and it's just a dream to be here.
We were talking as well just before we came on air today. Everything about this channel, if you've never watched us before, is so interactive. Like the other day when we did the launch of Christmas, things were selling out left, right and centre.
Yeah.
People are on the phones, restocking this, restocking that.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen anywhere else like that.
No, it really doesn't. It's so good that, like you say, when Anne-Marie's on, I'm in the office watching, and if anything's ever low on stock, and I know we've got it in the office, then I'll just say, is it all right if we give them more? And they're like, yeah, of course it is, give them what we've got. So it's really nice to be able to offer you, if we have it, more products.
And also
Keep
the
you all
interaction
happy.
with you as well. I mean, I've had some lovely messages recently over the last few days from people saying how much they're enjoying the channel. They've been watching, for months. They've been watching me for years on different channels and all that sort of thing. And the fact that you can get involved with us on our social media as well. Send us messages. Send us messages on the TV too. Because if you haven't seen our website yet, hobbymaker.co.uk, there's a little section. Kat, our producer, will put it up for you. If you click Watch Live, that will show you what's going on the telly there and then. And then you've got send a message to the studio. And lots of you do that, and especially on the morning shows, maybe you've got a little bit of time if you're having your toast and a cup of tea or coffee or something like that. Just send us a message, and if it's okay to put it on the screen, we'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, let us know what you're up to today.
Morning.
Morning, Liam. Where are you saying good morning from? Your bed? It's a bit early.
Now, let me introduce you to the team this morning. We've got Adam, who's our director. We've got lovely Kat, who's our producer. Hello. And Kat is with me right the way through until 6 o'clock this evening, actually. We've got a great day ahead.
Busy day, isn't it?
We've got a Crafters Companion takeover later on between 1 and 6. So Sarah is in the building. Yeah, she'll be here. And it's you and me for the first 2 hours.
It is.
Oh, in the studio today, we've got Cal on camera too. There he is. And Dan's in here somewhere.
He's hiding. He's always hiding.
There he is. Gorgeous Dan. Morning. So that is your team and your crew for this morning. So get in touch and say hello. We'd love to hear from you. And tell us what your favourite thing is. Well, Hunky Dory. I mean, I love everything about Hunky Dory. I'm a friend of my mum's is a massive Hunky Dory fan, and she only ever buys Hunky Dory kits.
I think a lot of people do that,
Yeah.
When they find Hunky Dory, it's something that, I think it's the quality of the stuff. And I was joking with Zena on It Was The Truth, but we were joking about it, where I was saying since starting at Hunky Dory, like I won't use any other cardstock because the quality is just so good. And I had such a stash of like papers and card that I'd collected and crafted with before I started at Hunky Dory, and I sort of like shipped it off to my mum. I was like, here's a gift for you, because it is just such good quality. No matter whether it's the Miri, whether it's the acetate, we are a company that are surrounded, and we're all crafters, so we know how to give you the best quality, because we want the best quality for ourselves, and that's why it's such a good company to work for and to be involved with and to love all of their products.
Absolutely. And can I just say a big thank you from me to you as well for helping this channel to be such a great success. Last week was one of our busiest weeks we've ever had. So I know that there are hundreds and hundreds of new customers and new viewers every day that join in and join us for the very first time. Now, Stephen's become a regular. Hello, Stephen. Oh, Susan, beg your pardon, not Susan. I thought you said Stephen, sorry. Susan in Greater Manchester. Good morning, Dave and Natalie from Manchester. I wouldn't be without Hobby Maker now. I love everyone on there. Oh,
that's lovely. So lovely. Yeah. And you're not too far away from the main office either in Manchester. We're only based in Preston, down the road.
How far away is that from Manchester then?
About, I want to say 40 miles.
Okay.
Probably, maybe 30. I live just north of Manchester, and I'm about 20 miles away.
Right.
So maybe about 30 miles.
I've got to ask you a question. How did you sleep last night?
Not very well.
Kat, our producer, didn't sleep very well. You didn't sleep very well.
I don't know what it was.
I didn't sleep very well. There must be something. I stayed in a hotel last night, different to where I normally stay, because it was full, the one that I normally go to, and they didn't have air conditioning. It was like a sauna in the room. And also, the day before, I almost overslept for the 1 o'clock show in the afternoon because my alarm didn't go off. So I think that probably didn't help me last night. Thinking, I hope my alarm goes off.
Yeah, I think I've had so many like late nights and disturbed sleep over the weekend because I had
you were such a party animal.
Such a party animal that I was probably conscious of having a very good night's sleep and then not waking up. Because that is a scary thing. It's very early in the morning.
Well, actually, I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I used to do breakfast radio in the morning. And what I used to do, because I was quite young when I did that, I used to kind of go out with my friends in the evening and then go straight to work. So that's what I used to do the show 6 until 10. Then I used to go home and sleep. So I was like topsy-turvy days. And that worked for me. And then one day, I'd gone to bed during the day, woke up, and my alarm clock hadn't gone off, and it said 6:30. I thought, I'm late for the show. So I ran out, got dressed quickly, jumped in the car, drove off, thought, there's not the cars around for 6:30 in the morning. I realised it was 6:30 in the evening because I'd gone to bed in the afternoon. That's me. Right. Another message coming in from Sandra in Kent. Hello, Sandra. She says, good morning, guys. Love Hunky Dory. Keep up the good work, guys.
We will do. We've got so many cool launches coming up as well, even just this week.
All right.
We've got brand new launches for you.
Terrific.
All Christmas related, of course, so make sure you're watching.
Now, Carol in Kent, she says, morning, Dave. I remember you from the London radio station. I've been very impressed by the delivery times. Thank you.
Oh, that's good to know, isn't it? Yeah, because it all gets sent out from the different people that you buy from the offices. But yeah, we're straight on it at Hunky Dory. Every single morning we're printing out those orders and getting them out the door for you.
Yeah, the radio station. I only did a few shows on that Heart I did in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cool. Memories. I miss radio, I must admit. Now then, what are we doing today? We're chatting away. Almost 6:10. Hunky Dory. Now, what we've got for you, got two different shows. What really contributed to us having one of the busiest weeks ever last week was the fact that we launched the Hunky Dory Christmas collection. And that is one of those milestones during the year. Everybody who loves Hunky Dory cannot wait for the Christmas collection when it comes out. And I think it's the best one you've ever done.
Everyone said that. I think there's so much more variety in it this year, and there's so many really quite cool and sort of niche themes that might appeal to more people as well, with sort of like the camper van with the lockdown and everyone building their own camper vans. I think that's what contributes.
And the Buckingham Palace scene with the guards and everything.
The Jubilee, all of those special things that have been really thought about when we've sort of put this collection together. I think that's why it's been so successful.
Well, that's coming up in the 7 o'clock hour in case you missed it. And there's two options, one that's the ultimate and one that's the standard blockbuster.
Yeah.
This part of the show, though, what we're going to focus on are more of the essentials from Hunky Dory that often we don't talk about, but they're there in the background on the website and things like that. And one thing that we haven't been able to bring you, and Hunky Dory's not had stock of for a year, came back into stock the other day. We've got the Hunky Dory craft knife.
We do.
You might think, oh, what's a craft knife? So what? But, you know, if you want the best, here we go.
It's so good as well. So this is our craft knife. It's really nice because you've got this smooth texture and it kind of like holds like a pen. What you're going to get in this, and it's such a good price, is you're going to get the pen included with one of your nibs, and then you're going to also receive a spare pack in there. Now, there was a little confusion on Thursday because you can buy these individually, but when you buy this together, you get 3 blades in total. So you get a spare 2, and then you get 1 included with your craft knife, but wait until you see the price.
And let's face it, I mean, if you've had that knife in the past and you haven't been able to get new blades for it for a year, the chances are you need to get a new craft knife or you need to get new blades. So that is now in stock. It is available. You can order it now.
And it's so handy because all you need to do is twist the bottom down and it releases the section where you pop the blade into. So then you can pop it back down, twist it up, and it will tighten again for you to use. So it is super handy. I think I've had the same craft knife as in this thing here since we first launched them. We just changed the blades over every time. Now, I don't know if the replacement blades are in stock, but it's something that we'll speak to Liam about and make sure we can get them added onto the website. But the price is incredible.
Yeah, $4.99 and 2 extra blades plus the one that's already in it when it arrives. It's not been in stock for a year. We've not even been around for a year. We've been around for 4 months, actually. It's 4 months
There's
today,
been
I think.
so many people who have like messaged us while we're doing shows like, have you got the craft knives? Are you going to be bringing the craft knives back? But we do have them. We've got so many of them. They might not be around for long, so get them while you can. But it's super handy. They also do come with a safety cap, but as every crafter does, especially me, I lost it probably about 2 years ago. So you just have to be careful then.
Now, a quarter of the stock that we had available went on Thursday when we told everybody that it was in. Already we've got Kathy Crafter. I don't think that's your surname, is it, Kathy? Kathy, who is a crafter, but it's with a K, not a C. So
maybe.
Could be your surname.
That would be quite
That'd
cool.
be really cool.
It?
If that is your surname, Kathy, brilliant.
Let us know.
It probably isn't, though. In Buckinghamshire, and Ella in Essex, you're already in as well. Lots of you multi-ordering these. Remember, you know, the craziness in the world hasn't stopped. There's still, you know, lots of long waits for deliveries and container ships are in the wrong place and all that sort of thing. So if we run out again, it may be a little while before we can get it back.
Yeah.
Right, what should we go and talk about first of all then? Let's do the card. Okay. Now, this is back in stock as well.
It is. So we didn't even have this on in yesterday's show. When it was out before, I was like, Kat, are you sure about this? And she said, yep, we've saved it just for this morning for all the amazing viewers that are watching with us. This is our Christmas 2022 Adorable Scorable selection. So in here, we've got specially printed colours that go alongside your blockbuster. You can buy this in our Ultimate collection. We're going to show you that in the second hour. But if you want to get more of this, because you know how much you use these to mat and layer to create your card blanks while you're working on the blockbuster, then grab it now, because what we've got this morning is all we're going to be able to bring for you.
How many sheets?
You've got 40
Yeah, 40 sheets.
20 colours, 2 of each. There we go.
There's so many numbers to remember. It's unbelievable. Now, we've just crashed that price. Now, although these colours are going to work with your Christmas blockbuster and the ultimate Christmas card collection from Hunky Dory, you know, these are all year round, really, aren't they?
All year round, yeah. They're a really nice selection of really vibrant colours, but also not only just your Christmas blockbuster, but the Christmas cardstock we've got coming up in this hour as well.
Okay. Now, Adorable Scorable, obviously I know why Adorable Scorable is really, really special, but can you tell everyone else what's special about it?
So Adorable Scorable was something that we had sort of made for us especially, because we were tired of scoring cardstock and it cracking and looking really unprofessional.
Yeah.
So we developed this technology where we print onto the cardstock and then we sort of have this bendy ink layer which means the ink kind of stretches when we score into it and leaves you with those professional finish, like when you buy a card from the shop. There's no cracking. It's great for box making, anything 3D or constructional, because you can score this as many times as you want, and you're never going to have any of that white core showing through.
Honestly, the quality is superb. It really, really is. What's the GSM?
It's 350.
350. So if you want to construct with this, make boxes with this as well. Brilliant for that.
It's perfect.
And I remember I was actually on the day that Hunky Dory launched this when we were somewhere else. I think it broke the computer for 3 days.
It did.
The system went into meltdown.
Mad. I remember the stories. I think it was Martin and Anne-Marie that did it.
Yeah.
It was his claim to fame. We broke the website. But it's just so good. Like, anyone who makes cards and you've never used it before, and then you go to use an adorable scorable, will tell you you won't use it ever again.
Do
like
me
you
a
won't
favour.
use anything else.
Score one for me.
Should we do it?
Go on. Show everybody what the fuss is about.
Fascination is about.
Yeah.
We'll put a few scores in it as well so you can really see. So I'm just using my scoreboard here. And you can use any scoreboard. It doesn't have to particularly work with our scoreboard, but then you fold that piece there.
No cracking.
And look at that.
No white bits.
Absolutely nothing. And we'll do it on the other side as well. And we can do it on the reverse of this bit so you can see, no matter either way you fold that paper, that cardstock, no cracks in there.
Now this is working out to 29 pence per sheet. For quality cardstock like this, that is an absolute bargain, £11.99. Now, we do have the card blanks in the show as well, which I know whenever they appear, they always sell out.
Well, they sold out on Tuesday, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they did.
We've not had them back since then.
Yep. So if you fancy that, 40 sheets of A4, which you can score yourself to make whatever you choose, make boxes with them, card blanks with them, it's entirely up to you. Die cut's a dream as well.
Yes.
This is the coated cardstock, so it's got that lovely shine to it as well. The feel and the look of absolute quality. And if you've never tried bending technology before, give Adorable Scorable a go right now. £11.99. Now remember, if you are brand new to us, you might be looking at the screens I did when I first came here. I thought, I'm used to numbers for item numbers. There's letters. Well, we do that. We do things differently here. It's UJHD30. That's the code. Now, if you are brand new, I mention this every time I come on air because I'm very well aware that although I'm familiar with the way things work here, maybe you're not. So if you want to join us, you've got to be a member, obviously, of Hobbymaker to have an account. It's free to set up an account. The easiest way to do it, from my point of view, is to phone the free phone number. 0800 001 4433. It's manned now. It's manned 24 hours a day. It's in this building. It's in the UK, and it's a free phone. So if you want to just say, hi, I'm new, I'm Marjorie, I'm from wherever, they will set you up an account, give you an account number free of charge, and they'll put your first order in for you. So your P&P, remember, as well, on a daily basis, which everybody loves. I've not met anyone that doesn't love this. It's $3.95 no matter how many orders you make. So not just for Hunky Dory, but Crafter's Companion later on. Anything that you order from us, and anything you order from us on the website with all our brands and our brand shops at hobbymaker.co.uk, it's all under the same umbrella of one P&P charge of $3.95. Okay, don't know how we do it, but we just do it.
No,
at midnight, the computer evidently puts all the orders together.
I know.
Works out how much, how many orders you've had, charges you one P&P, and then all the orders get dispatched from whoever you've bought it from. So you'd send it out from Hunky Dory.
Yeah.
Sarah would send it out from Crafter's Companion. So they probably won't arrive at the same time. They won't be in the same boxes if you multi-order, but you will get all of your orders for that one P&P of $3.95. Now, the card blanks. Okay, let's do the card blanks. Which size should we do first? Let's do A5. Okay. Now they're over here. Now this is what sells out every single time. They come with the envelopes as well.
I know. You get
But
everything.
This is all pre-scored. So basically, this is an A4 sheet because it's an A5 card.
Yeah, but we've scored it for you, so
But it's
you don't have to
already
work out your measurements. Because A5's a little bit of a funny measurement to work out and score yourself, with it being sort of like that strange.
Is it?
I always find it really hard. I think it's because I use inches.
Oh, okay.
I'm an inches person, so it's really hard to try and work out where the centre is. But when it's already done for you, you don't need to worry about that. You don't need a scoreboard to create your own card blanks. It's already done for you.
I love that mustard colour.
Oh, it's really nice, isn't it? All in these stunning festive colours. And A5 is such a good size for Christmas cards as well.
You're not going to end up with Bambi legs either.
No.
They don't, because it's a really, really solid card blank. Put a few layers, mats and layers on there. That's going to stand up for weeks and months to come. So you get, how many did you get in here?
20 A5 card blanks.
20, okay.
2 of your 10 colourways. So look at the colours you've got there. You've got the classic red, green, yellow and blue, and then we've added some contemporary colours into you as well, like the brown and that really rich purple.
Well, 49 pence per card, but you get the envelopes, of course, as well. And the envelopes are just as good quality as the adorable scorable. You
Yeah.
don't want the envelopes to let the side down.
No, and it all fits in there perfectly. You can even add a few layers in there, decoupage
Yeah.
as well.
Because you've actually got a little bit of extra room.
A little
Can you
bit of
see?
extra space. So no matter how much you're piling on top of your cards, it's going to fit into those envelopes.
So you've got a good, what, half an inch space?
I think so.
Yeah, so you can see you can cope with lots of decoupage and lots of layers on there, no trouble at all. So 20 of those, that's the A5 size. Oh, Ella's got in touch this morning. Hello, Ella. Morning. Ella says, morning, Dave and Natalie. I love Hunky Dory's items. Thank you for all the demos. Have a great day.
You
too,
too.
Ella. What are you doing at the moment? Are you just having a cup of tea, getting ready for work? Do you work or don't you work? Are you still in bed? Are you getting ready to walk the dog, as Stephen in Hampshire always does? He always walks his dog and watches us at the same time and messages in as well. Because you can watch us on the go. I do it all the time. My TV in the hotel last night, I couldn't get the channel.
Oh,
It wasn't programmed. It had to be retuned or something like that. So I should have a word with them. I was watching it on my phone.
Yeah, on your phone.
Yeah, great. Right, now, the other size we've got for you is this one, which is your 6x6. Now, this absolutely flew the other day.
Yeah.
I love square cards. I love the A5 as well, don't get me wrong. You've got black, you've got blue, you've got this mustard gold, you've got classic white, obviously, in there as well. And you get 20 of these as well. Yeah, 20 of these. So is this the item number for the 6x6, yeah? RIHD 45. There we go, 6x6.
There we
That's
go.
the right item number. So look at that blue, isn't that lovely?
It's so nice. It's such a classic colour. Imagine some of those snowy imagery toppers on there. It's really going to work beautifully.
And if you're wondering, have we got the Snowflake acetate in the show? Yes, we have. So you can use that, cut that down, use it as a wrap over the top of this. Actually, I'll get a sheet of that and just show you the effect. Let's have a look.
It's really nice, actually. And you might not necessarily need that much more stuff on here. You could just make really simple cards and completely change the look of it by just doing a little overlay of acetate.
How cool is that? Really pops, doesn't it? So Snowflake acetate will be coming up in a minute or so. But yeah, if you just want the card blanks, and to say this is something that we don't often have. When we do have it,
No.
they go very quickly.
I think it sold out twice on Tuesday, these card blanks.
Right.
So to have them back today, this could be the last chance that you've got to buy them.
Where did I put? Oh, it's here. Let me just show you. If you, where's the A4 gone? I was right
there
in front of me. Okay, look. If I show you, if you try and cut a 6x6 out of an A4,
It's slightly too big, so you're
Yeah.
not going to be able to do it.
it's a bit longer than an A4, and then you've got that as waste. So, you know, it's a bit wasteful to use your A4 cardstock if you want to do 6x6 or 7x7 cards. And they're just £9.99 for all 20 of them in lovely colours. There's the blue, there's the green. My favourite, I think, is the gold.
I just think it's such a nice thing to have already like coloured in the adorable scorable, because it means that you waste less because you don't have to mat and layer as much. You can just pop everything onto here and away you go. You've already got that beautiful colour in there.
And again, you've got lots of room. It's not a tight fit, so if you've got any decoupage on there or anything like that, you want to pop something as a gift inside, maybe a gift card or anything like that, yeah, really, really professionally done, and all for just under a tenner. And remember, our phone call is free. The call centre are there 24 hours a day. And this is another lovely thing. The ordering process couldn't be easier because you can use the website as well as the free phone number.
Yep.
But if ever you've got a query about an order, the guys in the call centre, they're hands-on.
Yeah, they'll help you, and if they can't help you, they'll send you to one of the amazing brands customer service team, and those ladies up at the offices, they'll all be able to help as well.
Yeah. And it's just nice to know that when you place an order, you're not thinking, oh, I hope it turns up.
Yeah, it's
Why?
definitely going to get to
Yeah,
you.
it will, absolutely. Now, more messages coming in. Ella, she says, I have breast cancer, just having a cuppa, so I can't work. Oh, bless you, Ella. Sending it all of our love,
Definitely.
obviously. But yeah, we'll try and keep you company throughout the day, and all the best. Hope you get well soon. Right. Festive foil cardstock. Let's have a little look at this. Now, this is another absolute must-have that
Yeah.
we just can't keep the stock in. I mean, your warehouse must be virtually empty at Hunky Dory now. with all...
It's getting very, very busy down there. It always does at this time of the year, but yeah.
Is this the busiest time of year for Hunky Dory then?
Yeah, in the lead up to Christmas, there's so many launches that we do that sort of like require foiling or the machine work, so it's always the busiest time of year.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, Christmas is probably the busiest time for you at home as well if you're a card maker.
Everyone's always crafting, aren't they?
Okay, birthdays come and go, and it was Jimmy's birthday yesterday. It's our cat's birthday later in the month.
Coming up.
Jimmy's here later, so we'll probably make an appearance, do a shimmy for you.
Do a shimmy for his birthday.
But yeah, we all make cards more around about this time of the year, leading up to like October, November time for the Christmas fairs than probably any other time of the year. I love this though. Another thing Hunky Dory are famous for is the quality of their foiling.
Yes, it's something that we pride ourselves on, and the guys who do the machine work are miracle workers. They'll always come and they'll say, I don't think I can do this. And then they come back 2 minutes later like, it's fine, I've sorted it, we're there, we're ready to go. But this is a stunning selection.
Well, you get 24 sheets here. And, you know, I don't know how close the camera can get, but you can scrutinise the foiling as much as you want, because if you have a little look at this snowflake here, just look how fine that foiling is.
The detail in it is incredible, isn't it?
It's not overfoiled, it's not underfoiled, it's just absolutely perfect. Nice one, Cal. Good shot. Brilliant. Then we've got blue and gold. So it's a mixture of silver and gold foiling. This is my favourite. I adore this because, can you see, you've got lots of Christmas words, but they're in straight lines. So if you wanted to trim those out and use them as little foiled tiles.
I didn't even think about that. You could use them as little sentiments, couldn't you? What a really good idea that is. I love the fact that it just reminds me of classic Christmas wrapping paper.
Yes. Absolutely. Great for boxes too.
Amazing for boxes. Any of those smaller sort of like trinket gifts that you're going to be handing out for people, you're going to be able to make them out of this. You're going to be able to match them, have them mixed and matched, have the top of your box in that typography, and then use some of this beautiful snowflake for the bottom.
Or maybe use the standard adorable scorable for the base.
You're going to be able to make really fancy tops, aren't you? That's a good idea.
They have a foil top.
$9.99.
Now, we've only got 30 of these left to go round. We might be able to get more later, I don't know, but at the moment we've got 30 and that's all we have for the time being. So RSHD70.
I really don't think so. I think this is it.
This
is it. This is all we've got.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's that close to the wire.
Okay. Fancy it? Ella, you're in.
Ella's
Hello.
getting it.
Yeah, Ella's getting in for this. RSHD70, £9.99 for all 24 sheets. And remember, if you're getting ready to go to work, getting ready to take the kids to school, the kids are at school at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they are back. I think it's in a couple of weeks, maybe like a week or so that they're off for summer.
Taking the dog out for a walk, do what Stephen does every day and take us with you. Take your phone, use your 4G or whatever you've got and watch us on the move. And when something just kind of jumps on your screen, you think, I need that, pop it in your basket and check out. And it doesn't matter how many times you check out during a day, you only ever pay that one postage here at Hobbymaker of £3.95. And in West Yorkshire, morning to you, you're in. Okay, now I did mention the Snowflake acetate. This sold out yesterday, but we've been able to get more for today's Good Morning Wake Up with Hobbymaker. Now this is really cool. If you put more than one on top of each other,
it's like a snowstorm.
if you wiggle it just a little bit, kind of almost drop shadow it, look. Whee!
Isn't that incredible?
It's like you're looking into outer space or something like that, isn't it? Or like a black hole or whatever it might be. But obviously on their own, if I just get a dark...
It's just such a great product, and it's actually such a difficult thing to be able to do, to foil onto acetate. It's quite a challenge sometimes with some of the ones we bring you in collections, but this is the best seller. I think any Christmas card looks 10 times better with snowfall acetate.
Oh, totally, yeah. Now, this has sold out twice in the recent days and weeks. It sold out on Tuesday and sold out again yesterday, but we've been able to put calls in, and this is what we were saying before. It's all about interaction.
Yeah.
Us talking to you, you talking to us.
We always make
There's
sure
none of that waiting
if
for
we can
phone
give it
calls.
to you, we'll get it there, we'll get it to you so that you've got it to craft with.
24 sheets. But just think again how much how much more different it's going to make your card with a bit of snowfall. If you've treated yourself or you're going to treat yourself to the Christmas collection, which is coming up in the next show at 7 o'clock, this is a great addition to go for. It really, really is. $14.99 for 24 sheets. And yeah, we always kind of talk about the snowfall, but we don't always talk about things like the craft knife or indeed the plain cardstock or the card blanks or whatever. So treat yourself to acetate. It's actually strong enough to be the main card blank.
Yeah, so this is our heavyweight acetate that we always do our foiling onto. It's 220 microns, which is how you sort of measure the acetate, but it can hold the front of your card. We often make card fronts from our acetate. We often do it on the side. You can make boxes from this acetate, which looks fantastic. There's so much you can do with it, but it is a really heavyweight acetate. So if you've bought some in the past and you're thinking, I've had acetate before, it's never really done the job I wanted to, don't worry with this.
This is tough and strong.
It is such a strong weighted acetate that you're going to be able to use it for so many different
Think about making
things.
them into little triangular boxes that you can hang on the tree and put little sweets inside them.
Yeah, that would look really cool. You could actually make the box I'm going to show you how to make now using that acetate, and you'd be able to do the same thing with it as well.
Okay, 24 sheets of acetate with the snowflake foiling as well, just £14.99. Again, if you've never had it before, try it. It'll be your new favourite thing. The way it changes your Christmas cards or your winter cards. Please, though, do make sure you add it into your basket. We have a limited quantity of this available. We were able to get more of it yesterday, but whether we'll be able to get any more of it later today and tomorrow, I'm not sure. But certainly, if you want it right now, 24 sheets for £14.99. I mean, this is like a little sneak peek into the vaults of Hunky Dory, isn't it? Really?
It is really. All of the different types of products that we've got. It's all here today.
And look at the effects you can create with it. Really cool.
It's really fun, isn't it?
Leave me alone. I'll play for hours. Okay, we're half an hour into Wake Up with Hobby Maker. You're going to show us how to do a box.
I am. So this one is something that you could, like you say, put on a tree. You could add sweets into it. You could make 25 of these and do them as like little advent calendars for the kids to pick off each time.
You can have an advent hunt around the house.
Yeah, and you can actually make 2 of them from 1 sheet of A4, which I absolutely love. So we're going to start off and we're going to cut it to 5 by the length, which is 8 1/4. So we've got that ready to go. And then I'm going to score it. Which way do we need to score this now? This is where I need to get it right. We're going to score it this way at 1 1/4, at 2 1/2, and then at 3 3/4. Now I've used the same measurements before on a larger piece of cardstock, and it looks really good. You can make it a little bit taller, and it works, or you can make it a little bit shorter. And then we're going to score it at 2, at 4, at 6 and at 8. So you're giving yourself there 4 panels to work from. And then you want to do some diagonals. Now, you can do your diagonals on your scoreboard by matching up your lines with sort of like that middle centre point and then doing them. However, I found a trick by watching some people making the other week that I have never gone back for my diagonals. So I normally have a ruler with me. Obviously, I packed to come to telly like 2 weeks ago and I've forgotten that. So what you want to do is, I don't know if you can see it on here, you've got squares now. In these middle section squares, we want to create diagonals. Can you see where those scores are? Can you see it better on here if I show you on the back?
Yeah, they are, yeah.
So where these are now, we're going to create little triangles.
And if you miss any of the measurements Natalie was giving you, you can always watch this show back after it's gone out. So
I use the smallest embossing tool that we have, this little one here. You want to have your craft mat so it's got something to move into, and then a straight edge. So I'm just using an acrylic block, but I would normally use my ruler. So then we're going to go all the way from across those lines one way, and then we'll turn it around and we'll do the other way. So just go over it a couple of times, but even with this embossing tool, it's still going to give you a beautiful piece without any cracking in here. So go in the opposite way now, creating those diagonals, and then it will give you sort of like a cross in each of these boxes. So pop in that last one in there, and then what we're going to do is, I'll use my craft knife to do it actually, because you can do it quite handy with this. I'm just going to cut away some tabs. So take those 2 smaller sections away.
I don't think I've seen you do this box before.
I don't think you've seen me do this. I have done it before, but it's really quite cool when it fits out. And you can leave the lid open so you can pop treats in it.
Okay.
Which is really quite fun, and that's why I think it works amazingly for advent calendars.
You could get 2 of these boxes out of 1 sheet of A4.
Yeah, 1 sheet of A4.
So if you bought the pack of, how many sheets of Adorable Scorable was it? 20? No, it was 40, wasn't it?
40,
You can
yeah.
actually make 80 boxes like this out of the 40 sheets.
It's incredible when you think of it like that, isn't it? So just pop in a little bit of red tape on my tabs, and then I'm going to pop it on one section of the bottom tabs, and then you want to fold everything. So we're going to fold the middle section all the way that way, and then our top tabs we're going to fold back over. So this is the first way you want to do it, and it creates like a V shape, kind of like a W actually when you fold it out. So that's the first stage, and then what I'm going to do is fold it over and do all of my diagonals now. So you want to do them this way. I like to go in one direction with all of my diagonals.
Imagine doing
and then
this
go the opposite way.
with other cardstock that's not Adorable Scorable. It would probably look awful because it would all crack and you'd have the white edges and all that sort of
but
thing.
no, you can make it from Adorable Scorable, you could make it from Miri card that you have, you could do it from the acetate, it would look amazing in the acetate. So now we've got this ready to go. You'll start to see these pieces sort of come together, and you want to create it so you've got your triangles are on sort of like the outside. So let's put it together, because once you've put it together, those scores will start to come into one another. So I'm just going to fold this across to create my box, and then I'll pop it out into my square, and this now should give me my shapes. I might just have to, there we go, just press in those middle sections. It's getting there. And this is the great thing, there we go. It's kind of popped out now into that space. So then we'll put our bottom section on. It just gives it a completely different look, and it's just a little bit more fun than it being square.
Yeah.
So take off one section of the bottom here, and I'll just fold this down. So pop those two together. You could add a little bit of tape or glue to that.
Just thinking this would make a fantastic jewellery box.
It would actually, wouldn't it? Maybe if someone's planning an engagement over the festive period, it would look really, really nice. And then we're going to fold this over. So on this last piece here, what I'm going to do is just add, and you could do it with your screw hole anywhere punch, but I'm just going to add a little gap where I can thread some ribbon through. I sometimes like doing it with my craft knife rather than a hole punch, especially with ribbon, because it gives you sort of like a flatter edge to work with, which obviously my ribbon is flat, and it's easier to thread it through than doing it with something else. Let me just make it a tiny bit bigger there.
Now, loads of you are buying the craft knife this morning. Lots of you are going for a couple. Jenny's gone for 2. Kathy Crafter in Buckinghamshire's gone for 2 as well.
Such a good price.
It's not been in stock for a year.
No.
We got it in on Thursday. So it's not been available. Ever since Hobbymaker's been here, we haven't had it.
No. People have been waiting a really long time for this. So popping that through until you're happy with the length. I'll just get some scissors. We can trim that down. And then you can always sort of tuck it underneath and just tack it with a little bit of tape.
I wonder how many people will be watching this demonstration back a bit later on, because if you missed the sizes, the dimensions that Natalie was scoring, remember after the show's gone out, you can always watch it back. So just fast forward, rewind to that particular part where she gave you all the dimensions, and then you can actually make the box along with her in real time.
And
You've got some Adorable Scorable at home.
If you have some glue dots, which I do somewhere, let me just find them in my pieces here. Your glue dots are really good because although they're tacky, you can still open these boxes. So if you are going to fill them with treats at Christmas time, then pop your glue dot on there, fold this back over. So you can hang this on your Christmas tree,
They're
You
great.
can maybe put little numbers on and they could be your advent calendar. And then you can just lift the top off because you've used that glue dot, which so easily opens up, and then fill it with lots of different treats. Now, I've got one that I made as well from the blue, so you can see it in a different colour.
They're great.
But they're
Love
just
it.
really, really fun. And even if you're wanting to do like different types of your own sort of paper baubles this year, I just think they're great. And the fact that you can pop little treats in them makes them even more better.
And if you are thinking about maybe selling what you make, maybe you normally sell your cards. I know lots of you do.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for a box like that? Even if it's $1.99, which is, I think is a really good price for something like that. But you'd sell loads of them. And remember, if you do the maths, if you go for your adorable scorable, or even if you go for your foiled adorable scorable, 24 sheets in the foiled, so you could make potentially 48 of those.
Yep.
If you go for the plain adorable scorable, you've got 40
40.
sheets there, so you can make 80 of those boxes.
80 of those, and you could jazz them up then, because I've not got popped this on, but we've got our essential book of sentiments as well. So just add in a little tag on there. You could give these for gifts. Think about schools when when your kid comes home, they're like, oh well, I want to give presents to everyone. And you're thinking, how on earth are we going to be able to afford that? Well, you can make 80 of these boxes, like you say, add a little tag on from your essential book of sentiments, fill them with jelly sweets and stuff like that, and then let them hand them out to the class.
Now, those glue dots that we were talking about, we don't
Love
often
the glue
mention them or put them on the screen.
No,
We do
but they're
have them.
so
We've got
fun.
600 13mm glue dots there for £9.99, and they're a godsend. They really are. It's another great adhesive from Hunky Dory. XDH67, oh hang on, XDHD67, that's it. XDHD67, and that will be on their way to you, £9.99 for glue dots. Now, if you just switched on, maybe your alarm's just gone off. I'm Dave, this is Natalie,
Hello.
and you're waking up with Hobby Maker. We do this, in case you didn't realise it, we do it every weekday, Monday to Friday, from 6 until 8. Then our colleagues at Sewing Street take over until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we're back between 1 and 6 as normal, 7 days a week. We're at 1 till 6. And this is like an essential show. Wake Up to Hobby Maker is a little bit more less formulaic, a little bit more laid back than our afternoon shows.
We're not quite awake yet.
No, we're not, because we know you probably aren't either, so we're all in the same boat together. But it's an ideal opportunity to find out more about Natalie, find out more about Hunky Dory, find out more about you. You can message in, we can show the message on the TV, and you can tell us what you like, what you don't like, what you think. Yeah, and also this is all about core essentials, things that we mention sometimes, but maybe don't get a lot of time to actually feature and focus on. So adorable scorable, Snowflake acetate, the fact that the craft knife is in stock for the first time here at Hobby Maker with 2 square blades as well. So yeah, it's more of a kind of an insight into our guests and the companies. If there's anything that you've missed, anything that you want us to recap, just message in and we can do that for you, no trouble at all. Right, now, the little book of sentiments, these are brilliant. Now, these are on adorable scorable. This is the, not matastic, this is the one that's got that lovely kind of, not a shine, but it's got like a gloss.
Coating, isn't it? Like a satin coating.
Yeah.
Which is, if you've bought your card blanks or if you're getting that adorable scorable, they're going to be in the same finish as these. They're all foiled. They're all die cut. Some of the verses in here are really, really lovely. You get a total of 640 sentiments in these pads.
Wow.
And some of them include little holes as well, so they're already pre-tagged for you.
Like that one there.
So you can add some ribbon through them, pop them on your little boxes, and away you go.
I mean, you've always got the right sentiments then for the person that you want to send the card to or the gift to. I do like that one. That's my favourite. For
The
a little sprout at Christmas
It's
time.
really clever, isn't it?
Isn't that great? 640 in total, all die cut. Now, what would you expect to pay for 640 sentiments?
A lot of money.
It makes them 1 penny each if
A
you buy
penny?
them. A penny per sentiment, yeah. And they're card, not paper, they're card. Wishing you a cosy Christmas, sent from the North Pole. And some of them got the little holes in as well, some of them don't. So, of course, you can use your double-sided foam pads with those. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's that song coming into your brain. Santa Baby. What's that say? You're on my nice list. Sending Christmas cuddles. Getting busy for this right now. Brand new crafter coming in. This is their first purchase. Whoever you are, thank you. And we'll know your name in the future. We can give you a name check when you call through and buy something. And you've got your silver and you've got your gold foiling as well, whichever looks better on the actual colour cardstock. They've put the right foil on there for you. You've got that lovely slate grey, beautiful pinks there as well. Then we've got gold foiling on this one. And this is a great addition. And you'll always have the right sentiment for the right person and the right job in the right colour as well. Perfect. So whether it's going on boxes that have got gifts in, whether it's going on as a sentiment on a card, it's entirely up to you. What does that one say? Merry Christmas from across the miles. Oh, yeah.
It's nice, that one, isn't it?
Lovely.
Especially if you've got family that are, live abroad and you send Christmas cards to them every year, then that's a perfect sentiment for them.
Suzanne, hello Suzanne, you're in Lincolnshire. So yeah, 220 GSM, I think.
350.
350 GSM,
yeah, it's a
sorry.
durable scorable.
40 sheets, 350 GSM, but over 600 sentiments in there. And that's only £11.99. DMHD 23. And remember, if you buy this on its own, you'll pay your postage of £3.95. If you come back later on and buy something, maybe you're going to buy the Christmas collection from Natalie and myself in the next show, you won't pay any more postage. Now, this completely sold out on Tuesday. Tuesday, virtually everything sold out. Sellout after sellout after sellout after sellout. And I just want to put a post on my Facebook page saying thank you to everybody because it was our busiest day since launch. And it was an incredible week. The whole of last week was just amazing. And I'm sure it's going to be incredibly busy later on today as well. It is already. But we've got Sarah here and she's taken over. She's going to be on Jewellery Maker, our sister channel earlier, and Sewing Street this morning. And then she's coming to us at Hobby Maker.
She's going to be busy.
From 1 o'clock this afternoon. And a new Gemini machine to look forward to seeing as well. So that's coming up a bit later.
I'm excited about this Gemini machine.
Oh yeah, the MIDI.
It's my favourite.
Is it?
Yeah, my favourite. So portable.
Cool. Well, if you want these sentiments then, maybe you want a couple books of them or whatever, $11.99 is your price. DMHD 23 is your item number. Right, what do you want to show us?
Okay, so we're going to make a box out of acetate this time.
Okay, good.
And we're going to use some of that cardstock. So you want to start off by cutting this down to 9 by 8. So we just need to take a little bit off one side. So 9, and we can use that little panel on something else.
Really well as well. It doesn't drag it or anything like that.
No, it cuts acetate, parchment. Funnily enough, we recently had to relay our flooring in the kitchen because the dog ate it. So I bought little vinyl tiles that you can get that stick down, and I was cutting my vinyl tiles with my trimmer.
Really? Because they're quite thick and
really thick. I was so surprised. I thought, I'm probably going to break my trimmer here. But no, it worked a dream.
Well, the trimmer is on the website now as well. It's in stock actually at $21.99 if you want the Hunky Dory trimmer.
So then you want to score it at 1. And when you score in acetate, just go down a few times because it is obviously a little bit stronger. So at 1 and at 7. And then I'm going to turn this and we're going to score it at 4 and at 5. And this is going to make us a little box that is going to fit our acetate into. So what I want to do now is just cut down this square and then back up to create a little tab that we're going to be able to fold this into. So just up there and then down this section here. And then when you're folding acetate, it's really important to burnish all of your folds just to get it really strong and in shape.
Is it quite sharp?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's that bad actually. I mean, if you've never used it before with anything, just be careful because you don't want to rip it or tear it. But no, I think it's a great medium to work with and really fun to be able to do 3D things like this. Because I think because it's acetate and it's clear, necessarily some people don't think you can do boxes and things like this with it, but you really can. So once that's burnished, we're going to again bring in our red tape. I'm going to pop.
The red tape, the actual red bit of it is only the carrier sheet. The actual tape in adhesive is actually clear.
It's clear, so you can do this project with no problem at all. So just a little bit on either side, and then I'm going to add a piece to the edge here of my tab. So one on there and one on here, because we are going to double wrap this around, so you do need to make sure that you've got those on. So then we'll take off our red tape on both sides. There's one piece.
Yeah, we don't like red tape here.
There's the other piece.
Nice and easy and simple.
And then we're going to pop that in place. And the more sort of pressure you put on your tape to stick it down, the more see-through it goes.
Right.
So that's a good point as well. If it's not properly stuck down, you will still be able to see through it. So then removing this piece off here.
I mean, it's remarkably very, very transparent. You don't really see it at all. You don't notice it really.
Pop that over and line that up so that sits nicely on there. And we're going to do that on the other side as well. So just wrap that around. Oops. Making sure that it's in place because you don't want to pull it off once you've stuck it down. And then there you have sort of the base of your box. So now what we need to do is make like a little insert for it and a little cover for the top because we're kind of going to make it like an envelope in a way. So I'm going to use my really nice Merry Christmas one here, and I'm going to cut this down to 6, maybe 1 notch under the 6 because it is going to have to go over that. So. And
Natalie, this foil cardstock you're using, my favourite sheet, by the way.
It is, mine too.
This has been the best-selling item of the morning so far. $9.99, 24 sheets. Multi-order it if you want 48. That will be $19.98, delivered for just 1p and P of $3.95. Maureen in South Yorkshire, Anne in West Yorkshire, Richard in Warwickshire, Ella in Essex, Anne in West Yorkshire's come through. All of you wanting this beautiful foil cardstock. What will you do with yours? What are you going to make with yours? And don't forget, every month we invite you to share your makes with us at Hobby Maker. So whenever you make anything, whether it's a box like Natalie's doing or whatever, take a picture of it, send it, email it to us, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, and we give one person every month a £100 credit at the end of the month. On the
so I've cut it down to 6 in length because I wasn't sure how long I wanted it to be. My acetate box is 6 by 4, so I'm going to score it at 4 and then at 5 because that's the width of my box, so that's going to fit over the top.
Right.
And then it's just working out how long I want it to come down. So I've gone with 2.5 inches. So I've just marked it there so I know where to cut it. And we'll cut this panel. Where's my line gone now? I think it's there. We'll cut that panel and that will bring it to 8.5. So just pop that in. And then this piece we should be able to make this. I'm going to just take 1/8 of an inch off, so I'm going to do it 4 by 6, but just make it a tiny bit smaller so that it can fit on the inside of our box and we won't be able to see any white on there. So now we've got this together. Again, when you're using acetate, always use your red tape because it's just going to hold it so much better. And you do have different thicknesses as well, so if you've got a thicker one, that would be
and even though
more
this
advisable.
is foiled cardstock, it's still adorable scorable, so it's still...
Yeah, it's still going to hold all of
perfectly.
those creases, work really, really nicely. And then this is going to be the inside. So we're going to hide all of our workings with this. So just taking this off now, because we want to have that nice mix of colour on there. So
Starting your working week, well, maybe you're not working. It's starting your week with us at Hobby Maker. We're glad you are. Great to have your company this Monday morning. What are you treating yourself to today? I know alarms go off at various different times in the morning. If you've just woken up and you're just a bit bleary-eyed like we were about 2 or 3 hours ago, and if you've missed any of the Hunky Dory Christmas, we're going to show you the blockbuster in the next hour as well, and the ultimate.
So we're just going to place that one section on the back side there, and then I'm going to place this in, making sure that my text is the right way up. Just slide that in and cover that across. That's going to hide your workings, and then you have this nice little envelope. But obviously you need something to be able to sort of close this envelope together. So I'm going to make a wrap with one of my other pieces. So let's just trim this down.
It's a cracking demo.
And we'll do it at like 2. I always like to think of different ways that I can use the work. And you know, sometimes when at Christmas, again, if you're doing teacher gifts and you want to do some just like little chocolates, you know, maybe any chocolates, but some of those fancier ones that you buy, and you don't want to give them in the box, you want to pop them in something special. Well, this is the perfect sort of thing for that. So I'm just going to score this now, and I've created again at 4 and 5 And then let's see what spacing is looking like, because we're going to have this to sort of wrap around and close our box. So I might need to add another panel to it. I'm just going to score it. And sometimes it's good when you're doing things like this as well, just to give yourself a little bit of space. So we need to do it at 4 now, don't we? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to go 2 notches, sort of like 2/8 of an inch over there, so it gives me a little bit more room to manoeuvre it.
Okay.
And then...
And by the way, the scoreboard, which we're using quite a bit in the demos this morning, that will be on the website. It's 2 different sizes of scoreboard.
2 different sizes, and then I'll just cut another piece here to 2, and then I've got a panel that can go all the way across at the front, so we'll do that at 4, and then we can just use our normal tape to do this. So just pop in that on there. It might actually, I might have wrongly done that because it might fold the whole way across. Let's see. I didn't need to do that extra piece. I don't know what I was thinking. That's the early mornings for you. So just gonna peel that tape off. Pop this together to be our little wrap. It's good in the morning to do some 3D crafting, but you should really wake up before you do it.
Are you already crafting? Are you in your craft room with the TV on already this time of the morning? Maybe you're an overnight crafter. Maybe you work shift work like we do.
Maybe. What are you up to? Being up this early in the morning, we would love to know. So I'm just.
You know what, though, as I get older, I don't know if you're the same. I prefer early mornings to late nights.
See, I used to be that way, but I think I am changing now. I'm getting to that point in your life where, as my dad likes to tell me, I'm nearly 30. So I think I am getting to that point where I prefer to be up in the morning and get stuff done.
Yeah.
And then you can enjoy the day.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to tie this around. And while I'm doing that, I've got a little tag that says, do not open until the 25th of December. We'll pop this through, just using our knife just to help get that through our little spot there. And when that's in place, we can tie this around into a little knot and we will be done. But another really fun way of using your acetate and your cardstock to create little gift boxes for Christmas,
And
which is what we've got coming up.
coordinates. You know, if you
Everything
get the
works
little book
together.
of sentiments, the colours are going to work really, really well with the foil cardstock, with the adorable scorable. And the acetate, remember, you thought of that as just a wrap to put like a snowy scene
No.
on your card, make boxes
Make
out of them.
boxes from it. I can't seem to get that to sit right this morning, but there we go.
That is
Another
brilliant,
little
isn't it?
box.
Isn't that gorgeous?
We'll just move this over. There you go. And then you can just slide this off and open it up, and it can be filled with loads of different treats or sweets, or maybe some little nail polishes. You could do like little, if you make wax melts or things like that, or resin hair clips.
Yep.
You could pop all of those
Or
different
if
types
you've
of
got
things
any,
in there.
maybe your shimmer shakers or any of those little embossing powder pots and that sort of thing, they'll fit in there as
little
well.
crafty treats.
Yeah, terrific. Well, that's a great way of using your acetate, your snowfall acetate, make little kind of almost like a clutch bag really out of
Yeah,
that,
it is, isn't it? Like a little envelope clutch bag.
All right, now, let's be prepared. I've just been told that we're going to have an early bird bargain with
Oh, we are?
one of the tools.
Okay.
Well, I say one, there's actually 3 of them, but we'll get onto that in a minute.
Exciting.
Miri card. Miri. Miri has to be, and can only be called Miri if it's the genuine article, because Miri, excuse me, is a trade name. And are they affiliated to Hunky Dory?
We do work very closely with them.
Right.
I think we are mainly the only supplier that sells their product. It is the best quality Miri card that you can get.
Look at it. Isn't it just amazing?
It's almost like a mirror when you sort of hold it into the distance, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The colour selection that we've got here is incredible. We've printed all of these colours onto the Miri to give you a wide selection of colours. What you won't find in this pack, though, is any colours that we already supply. So these colours are exclusive to this sheet pack.
There's
here.
the rainbow. You get a couple of each of these colours, remember. You get 30 of them, 15 colourways, 2 of each, and amazing quality. Again, you can score these, you can make boxes out of them, you can use it for all sorts of things, but those reds, and look at this rose gold, isn't that just gorgeous? Now, WGHD39, That's the item number for it, if you want this. If it's your first ever purchase, welcome to Hobby Maker. You can, of course, make your first purchase on the website, if you're happy doing that, which is hobbymaker.co.uk. All you need is an email address, and you then you're asked to make up a password, okay? If you'd rather do it on the phones, and you'd rather let the call centre operator kind of set the account up for you, then they can do that absolutely free of charge. 0800 001 4433. Free phone number, remember. If you do get fingerprints on your Miri, like I've got here, I think it's been manhandled by a few people, just get a microfiber cloth, a clean microfiber cloth, and that will just buff away.
Yeah.
Very simply, very easily. But 30 sheets of absolute luxury, 300 GSM. Look at that gold too. Stunning. If you've used Mirror Card before and you've never had Miri, try Miri. You will not regret it, and you'll be converted.
Yeah, and again, it's a strong weight as well. I think this is 220,
right.
But because it's Miri, you kind of have that coating on the front.
What's 300?
Is it 300?
300.
There's me getting it wrong. That's the acetate, isn't it? There's 220.
Yeah.
So it's 300, but because of that coating, it gives it an extra bit of strength. So you can do 3D projects. You could be making those little Christmas boxes from this, and they will hold perfectly.
Well, and don't forget, of course, with the two great demos that Natalie's done already with those fantastic boxes, if you've missed any of the scoring measurements, just watch the show back. It's as simple
watch
as
the
that.
show back.
Because as soon as it's finished and we're on to the next show, a few minutes after it's ended, you can actually watch the show back and go to the exact point where all the measurements were given. Now, we've only got 30 of these Miri board collections available at the moment, and these are brand new colours for Christmas 2022, yeah?
Yeah, these are part of our 50 sheet pack. But all different colours that you're going to be able to find work perfectly with some of the colours that are the coloured foiling from that blockbuster that we're going to show you very, very soon.
Yep, perfect. It's going to make your blockbuster go that much further, or your ultimate collection go that much further as well. $11.99 WGHD 39 for 30 sheets of Miri. Right, now, Diamond Sparkle. I've not got all of them here. I've got all the colours. I've just got one sheet of each.
Oh, this is a good deal. This
is a very good deal. And this is all the benefit of glitter cards, but none of the drawbacks.
No.
Look. Look at that. No glitter on my shirt. Nothing's come off whatsoever. I haven't got it in my lap. Now, you're going to get all these 5 colours. You've got the 10 sheets of each, so 50 sheets of glitter cards, but it's also not got that sandpaper texture.
No, it doesn't, does it? It's not gritty, it's really smooth. It cuts like a dream, whether you're using your trimmer or you're using an electric die cutting machine, because this looks fantastic, cut out in sort of like big letters for special occasions as well. It's perfect, and the price is incredible.
Now, $19.95 isn't the price you're going to be paying. Remember, we always come in with the price that you should be paying, but then very often we drop the price. And even if you come in now at $19.95 and check out, you will not be charged $19.95. Everybody always pays the final low price, because all of your orders are collated at the end of the day at midnight, okay? So wherever that price is dropped to, whenever you came in, you're all going to be charged the final low price. And where is that price going to go? Already we've got Maggie in Leicestershire in for 50 sheets. 50 sheets of your Diamond Sparkle glitter card with all the benefits of the sparkle without...
It's so gorgeous.
Without the downside. $14.99, 29p a sheet. Hello, Mary in Greater London, you're in as well. Yeah, what would you normally pay for a sheet of glitter card? I know people that have paid in excess of £1 a sheet before.
Yeah. And it's been that glitter card as well, again, that's quite thick. The glitter goes everywhere. It's not worth it when you've lost all your glitter, but this is some of the best glitter card.
I mean, over the years, the number of times people have said to me, "You got glitter on your nose, Dave."
Yeah.
And it's usually the lady in the checkout at the supermarket, and they just kind of they're sitting there looking at you and thinking, "Are you sparkling?" That's how you have been to work. Yeah. Occupational hazard. So yeah, 50 sheets, 10 sheets of each of these. Like you said, they die cut a dream. They really, really do. £14.99. £14.99. And could this be your card blank? Could you make it your card blank?
You could make it your card blank. It is a little bit more flimsy than our regular adorable scorable. I'd use it for mats and layers.
Okay.
But if you wanted to, you could definitely create card blanks from it. It would hold, but maybe not hold as much to be mat and layered onto it.
But for mats and layers, If you've ever used glitter card to mat and layer, it's not an easy thing because very often it's very textured.
Yeah, it doesn't
like
stick very
sandpaper,
well.
it doesn't stick very well.
No.
This will.
Yeah, you can use your glue, your double-sided paper, your construction glue. It's all going to stick on this.
Well, Mary's checked out. Nice one, Mary. Pauline in Wiltshire, she's popped one in her basket as well. 10 sheets of each colour, 50 sheets for £14.99, making it only, did we say 29p a sheet?
29p a sheet.
WYHD76. Margaret's in 5. Hello, Margot. You're a regular. Recognise your name, Margot. The Christmas cards I used Diamond Sparkles on went first last year. Morning, hobby maker. So if you're making to sell, obviously Margot does that. She makes to sell. If she's found in her experience that it's the Diamond Sparkle cards that people want first, I can see why, definitely.
It's just going to stand out. It's going to catch everyone's eye, isn't it? Because it's so fantastic. And it looks expensive as well.
And here's Stephen. Stephen, morning, enjoying the demo while walking the dogs. Absolutely
Morning.
Brilliant. There he is. Every morning he messages in. Remember, you can get in touch with us the way that Stephen's done that, the way that Margot's done it as well. If you go to hobbymaker.co.uk, if you are going out walking the dogs, like Stephen is, you can actually say, watch now and watch the show on the move. And I think these days 3G and 4G are pretty good. You probably get an uninterrupted viewing of the show. But if you have a little look there where it's got under the price, where it says add to basket, it says contact the studio. Now that's where you can send a message. If you've got a query, a question, you just want to say hello, it's instant. It comes through instantly to us and it can then instantly be put on the screen as well. So yeah, say hi, tell us what you like about Hobby Maker, get in touch and tell us what you're crafting, what you're making, what have you bought from us recently, what are your plans for today? Are you working? Are you crafting? Are you... Yeah, what's your crafty week going to look like? Maybe you couldn't sleep like us and you got up early, just thought, darn it, I'm up.
I'm up, I'll watch. I'm up, I'll watch.
Exactly, yeah. And Liam, our boss, or one of our bosses, he was up at 4:30. What time did you get up this morning?
This morning my alarm went off at 4.
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't nice.
Actually, I was up before the alarm went off, which was a little bit annoying, but anyway. Right, so lots more to come. Shall we do an unexpected early bird deal? We weren't going to do this, but Kat, my producer...
This is a good one, Kat. I'm excited to see what the price is going to come down to, because this is a good deal.
Now, Hunky Dory tools are infamous for their quality, and their scissors, you saw Natalie using the scissors a few minutes ago. Yeah, I do too. And these are rainbow scissors, so they've got that kind of oxidized effect.
They are
Titanium
gorgeous.
as well.
I love the fact that it says Hunky Dory down the side as well.
Yep.
One side you've got Hunky Dory, the other side you've got titanium. They have a really good non-stick coating, so they don't get super tacky when you're cutting through sort of tape or foam pads, anything like that. They're really easy to clean as well. But you've got 3 really good sizes, so whether you're sort of like chopping into large strips of paper or whether you're doing detailed decoupage work, you've got a size for everything.
Well, also, maybe you want one of these scissors to be dedicated for ribbon.
Yes.
What I know lots of people do is they actually, if you've got ribbon scissors, just tie a little bit of ribbon around the handle so you always know that those are your scissors for ribbon. And these are your scissors for everything else. So you're going to get a pair, 3 pairs of Hunky Dory scissors. Everybody raves about them, everybody loves them. Branded as well. BXHD31. Now, this is what the price is any day of the week. Or every day of the week. Since we actually launched the channel 4 months ago, they've been £14.99, so basically a £5 a pair.
That's a really good price.
And they've been really good sellers at that price. That's how they come, in a presentation box like that. £14.99 for all 3 of them. And, you know, not all scissors are equal. Some are good, some aren't so good. These are superior in every way. Everyone that uses them says the same. Already we've got Maggie in and we've got Janet in as well.
And as well, a good point to make actually, Dave, is that whether you're right-handed or left-handed, you can use these scissors, because our Pauline, she's left-handed.
Yep, that's true.
She's always struggled with scissors,
yep,
but she can use these ones and she really, really likes them.
Well, I'm kind of left and right-handed.
Are you a bit of both?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit weird. I eat left-handed, but right-handed. So how that happens, I don't know. But here we go. So, normally £14.99, £5 each pair. What about if we can do you, just for this morning show, £4 off? No way, £10.99. That's covered your P&P for the whole day. Yeah, we're doing them for £10.99 for all 3 pairs. Avril in East Riding, hello. Sue in Cornwall, Julie in, oh, how do you say that? Credigion? Never heard of that. Credigion, yeah. Brand new crafters coming in.
I cannot believe that.
I can't. That's $10.99 for all 3 pairs. All 3. I mean, I'd pay that just for that pair.
Just for one pair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And you often
here we
do,
go.
if you're in certain craft stores, buy that, just one large pair is around that price.
If your
That's
alarm has
so
just
good.
gone off and you had no intention of buying anything today, but you know what, your scissors have seen better days, maybe they're all gunked up with glue, maybe they kind of tear the card rather than cut the card, then you can get and start the day with a bargain, $10.99 for all 3 pairs of Hunky Dory branded scissors. And, you know, I don't know how they've done that kind of rainbow effect on the blades.
Me neither, but it's just the best thing ever.
It's cool, isn't it?
If they couldn't get any more prettier. They could have some glitter on, but then it would be a little bit of a struggle to cut with.
It would be, and the glitter would probably fall off and go everywhere. But they've got that rainbow oxidization on those blades. Now, at midnight tonight, if we have any stock left, that will go back to $14.99. It's a regular stock item at a really great everyday price at $14.99, but this is our early bird bargain, a reward from us to you for getting up early, tuning in, turning the TV on, and maybe becoming a member of Hobby Maker for the first time ever. Make these your first purchase. What a great way to start.
What a great way to start, and absolutely essential, because everyone uses scissors in their crafting.
Yeah. So many of them are in baskets right now, 0800 001 4433. If it's your first purchase, I would just ring that free phone number, say hi to the guys in the call centre and say, okay, I want those scissors, please. I've not shopped with you before. They'll give you an account number, free of charge to do that, and all they'll charge you then is $10.99 plus your P&P. And remember, once you've paid the postage once, in other words, once you've bought something from us, the postage for the rest of the day is free. Richard in Warwickshire, Helen in Bristol, Margaret in South Yorkshire, treat yourself. These sort of prices, I mean, percentage-wise, that is about 35% off the price.
That's mad.
40% off.
What a good deal you've done there, Kat.
Maybe you keep scissors for specific purposes. You keep one for paper, you keep one for fabric, you keep one for ribbon. Well, there's the 3 things covered.
There are the 3 things covered. I know lots of people have, especially at Hunky Dory, lots of people have more than one pair because they have them at home as well, just for everyday home things.
Absolutely.
At this price.
I mean, we saw Natalie use those earlier on, snipping into the acetate. Cutting into acetate is a breeze. Let me just show you here. You know, you've got complete and utter control
You can do
and
it.
quality. Look at that. And it's tip to tip.
It's tip to
cut.
tip, yeah.
Well, loads of you are in, loads of you are tuning in, loads of you are watching, loads of you are buying more than one pair. A great gift idea for a crafty friend. Everyone needs
Very
scissors.
true. Very, very true.
I mean, if you don't know someone's taste as far as cardstock's concerned, as far as card collections are concerned, but you know that they're into their crafting, you know that they're into their construction or whatever it might be, 3 pairs of scissors, even for just domestic use, even if you're not a crafter, but maybe you just stumbled on the channel, keep these in the kitchen drawer. They're great quality at an incredible, affordable price. £10.99 for all 3 pairs. BX HD31. Now, we were talking about adding sparkle and stuff like that with the sparkle paper. Now, one thing we've not touched on yet.
Oh yeah, we've got the gemstones.
I forgot about
haven't
those.
we? They're just hidden at the front.
They're right at the front. Now, can I reach over?
I don't think so.
Last time we did these, they flew, didn't they?
Yeah, they were so popular, but these are all of our festive selections. We've got 3 for you to choose from. This is our glitter selection. You're going to get 4 packs in there. There's 2 different sizes of the gemstones on there as well, which is really good. And I think in each pack, do they include like 228 in total, Kat?
Yeah, 228 in total, 72 in each one.
Yeah, there we go. Madness.
Now, we've got less than 40 of these available. They come in their individual packs, but the glitter, as you can see, is actually inside the stone.
Yeah, it's
and then
all
there's faceting on the top.
encapsulated. All encapsulated in those stones. So again, no glitter going anywhere, but they're just going to add a really special touch to all of your cards. You've got the most popular festive colours there in those, that silver, gold, red, green, blue and purple. Just gorgeous. They remind me of jelly tots as well.
And they do a little bit, yeah, absolutely. And you'll see lots of other brands using Hunky Dory's gemstones as well. There's adhesive on each one. You don't have to put the adhesive on. You just basically
pick them off.
Pick them off with your pokey tool and place them down. $9.99. How many did we say it was in total?
288. 288?
288,
Yeah, 288.
288 gemstones. Sharon's in on the Isle of Wight. Lovely Isle of Wight. Lynn in Surrey. Nora in Hampshire. Do you put them on in threes normally?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like a rule of 3, I think, with gemstones. It's
Yeah.
either 1 or 3, but you can never put 2 down. I don't know why. Rule
I
of
always
3.
used to be an even person until I started to get involved in craft. Now
Yeah.
everything's odd.
I think it's the way that it draws your eye to the centre. That's why you do it in 3.
Yeah, since I started
Strange.
here, everything's odd. YGHD78, YGHD78, $9.99 for these. Now the gemstone rolls, that's what I was referring to earlier on. These always absolutely fly. Now you're actually going to get 4 packs. And you get a choice of either the pearls or the sparkle. Which ones are we doing first?
I love
We'll
that
do
you
the
can see
sparkle
them
first.
together as well, and you can see the difference that you get there in them. I can't believe how many of these you get either.
You get 4 meters. Now they're actually in strips. So if
Yeah.
you just lift the red or the green or the blue or whatever, they come away as a single strip. So you can use them as single strips. You can use them as doubles, trebles, or sets of 4. And you can cut them with the scissors. You can just peel one off if you
They're
wanted
so
to.
easy to cut with the scissors as well. You can kind of bend that clear tape and then just get your scissors down them and chop them away into whichever way you want to use them. But a really good pack to have and use with your crafting.
4,944 gemstones
In a pack.
in a pack.
And they're on metre rolls, which when you actually see it, it's really, really long. Amazing.
4
Look at that.
lengths like that.
And
Now,
you
if
can see how it's all stuck together. So you just peel the whole of it off and it comes away. But you want individual colours. You want maybe a square of these, then just trim them off with your scissors
But-
and get crafting.
If I just show you, using my very fine
Using your very fine scissors,
Hunky Dory scissors, you can.
you
if
can just cut
wanted
it into
to.
one roll.
Yeah. You could actually cut just one out if you wanted to, or one line if you wanted to do that. You can cut right in between them. There we go. And there we go.
Incredible.
If you just want the gold, all you've got to do,
You've got to cut down it to get just the one single colour.
right, which you can do with
Which
your
you
very
can do
fine
with your
scissors.
scissors.
Actually, I'll use the finest.
Use the bigger ones.
Yeah. There we go.
And look how good that cuts off, because that whole piece there is sticky.
Yeah.
But you've cut it off already.
And you can take one off at a time if you want to, or you can actually peel
The whole thing
the
off.
whole thing off and pop it down on your card. So you're in control, whether you just want one gemstone, whether you want a whole roll, there we are, look, whole roll of gold,
Look at that.
all evenly spaced. Isn't that brilliant?
Which you could do it, but it would take absolutely hours to get them looking that amazing if you're doing them on
You
individual
get
ones.
4 rolls of them for $9.99, that's $2.50 a roll.
That's incredible.
Isn't it?
Considering how many gemstones you get per roll,
Yeah.
it's 1,234, I think. Let's double check.
There's
How close am I?
4,944 gemstones in total.
1,236
In each.
In each.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Elaine in Lancashire, hello. Margaret in South Yorkshire, Sharon on the Isle of Wight, Lynn in Surrey, Sheila in Derbyshire. Please make sure you check out. They won't be yours unless you do. Now, after 7, we've just got a massive, massive surge of interest on the phones and on the website, taking advantage of all these deals on Wake Up with Hobby Maker. If you can, set your alarm every morning for 6 o'clock. We're live Monday to Friday, 6 until 8 before Sewing Street, and then back after Sewing Street at 1 o'clock through until 6. Now, the other ones we've got for you are same idea, but when you want the pearl finish rather than the sparkle finish.
I think sometimes the pearls are just what you need. You need that more sort of like a classy touch, and that's what you've got with your pearl gemstones.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, they're just as versatile. You can trim them
Yeah.
into single lines. You can snip them into single stones if you want to, or just a set of 3. I mean, think of it as the ultimate pearl organizer, really, because all of them, rather than kind of delving into a pot, trying to find the right size, trying to find the right one, I mean, this is just easy. Whether you want a strip of 4, strip of 2, strip of 3, or just
so
a
good.
single line with 3 stones, it's up to you. $9.99, same sort of deal, 4,944 pearls in total.
Wow.
For under a £10 note.
It's mad.
And if you've already bought something, maybe you bought the scissors, loads of you bought those scissors, add these and that's a delivered price,
Yeah.
$9.99. Don't pay any more postage. BMHD60 is your product code for that. Now, finally, for our Christmas essentials, before we move on to the Ultimate and the Blockbuster, now, where's the part? I've buried it all. Here it is. Now, not vellum, parchment no less. Parchment is more upmarket, isn't it?
It's a bit more expensive, yeah.
Not here, it's not.
It's a nice feel as well. I know this price is incredible. But like we were saying yesterday, these colours are so vibrant, and this is something that is quite different for parchment. Normally you get your whites or you get your lighter colours, but what we've done is we've printed this to give you that real vibrancy colour. If you're going to white work on this, it's really going to stand out.
You can see it's translucent, but you've got a shiny front side and a dull back side, okay?
And you can use which either side you want, because maybe you want to have it a little bit more muted than that vibrant colour, then just switch it around and you'll have the reverse, which is a little bit lighter.
24 sheets of parchment, not vellum, parchment, for £9.99. You could have a parchment wrap around your card.
I love that.
And the white work, like you say, is so cool.
It's so beautiful, isn't it? But when the parchment is as dark and as deep as these tones are in your festive selection, it's going to stand out so beautifully.
Maybe you've got some of those fantastic plates that we bring you with Parchcraft Australia.
Yeah,
You've got some of the kind of, the ones that have got the grooves in.
Yeah.
You can use this on the dark green. That would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? And the purple, look at this beautiful
I love the purple. It's so rich.
Parchment with a big difference. £9.99 for 24 sheets. What does that make a sheet? It's about 35p, isn't it?
35p, yeah.
For parchment? Pound a sheet, I would have thought.
A pound a sheet.
35p a sheet for parchment is unheard of. And you've got all these fresh designer colours as well. There's even a black.
Oh no, I like this.
Imagine how beautiful.
And you can heat emboss on this as well. So if you wanted to, if you had stamps, Christmas stamps, you can heat emboss onto this.
Wow.
And it's going to look incredible. Imagine little snowflakes on there.
Yeah,
look
definitely.
Awesome.
Now that's been an hour and a quarter of all of your Hunky Dory essentials. Do remember, if you want those scissors, that was our early bird bargain. That price should not have happened, but Kat just thought, you know what?
Such a good deal. It's a reason to be up in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you're getting prices like this.
$14.99's worth of scissors. They are only they're $10.99. And many of you are buying more than one pair. I'm not at all surprised, or 3 pairs. You are going to get 3 pairs for $10.99. If you want 2 packs, 3 packs, that's absolutely fine. Multiply your savings, save on the P&P as well. Stephen's still in Hampshire, Pat in West Midlands. Julie's checked out in how do you say that? Ceredigion?
Somewhere in Wales.
Sue in Cornwall. Avril, I'm going to have to look that up. I'm intrigued. Junita in Buckinghamshire, Ella in Essex, Jacqueline in Cornwall, Natalie in Cornwall, Kathleen in Lancashire. You're all in for the scissors. The rainbow scissors from Hunky Dory for only £10.99. Now, we're going to recharge our cups and have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Lemon herbal for me.
Get ready to go.
Yeah, we're going to the Blockbuster, the Hunky Dory Christmas collection for 2022. We've got the Blockbuster and the Ultimate. After a short break, don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Sarah Davies here. I just want to say you have got to tune in on Monday because it is going to be a big day. I'm going to be in the studios and I am taking over. I'm going to be on Sewing Street Live from 8 o'clock in the morning, Jewellery Maker from 11 o'clock and then Hobby Maker from 1 o'clock. Now, when we do one of our big takeover days, trust me, it is a day you do not want to miss. We've got goodie bags, we've got some amazing special deals, I've got a ton of demonstrations, brand new product launches, I've got the team in with me. It is going to be epic. So whatever you do not miss it. Whether you're a sewer, whether you love your jewellery making, whether you love your paper craft, we've got something for everyone. So I'll see you on Monday, 8 o'clock on Sewing Street, from 11 o'clock on Jewellery Maker, and from 1 o'clock on Hobby Maker. We'll be there all day. I can't wait to see you there.
My name is Miri and I am the creative manager at Hunky Dory Crafts. Hunky Dory are the UK's premier papercraft manufacturer and we design and manufacture all of our papercraft goodies back at home in Preston. We do lots of papercraft products as well as moonstone dyes. We have our Prism range of colouring mediums like watercolour pencils, alcohol markers, waterbrush pens, and we also have our very own range of stamps called For the Love of Stamps. We're really looking forward to bringing you all of our brand new product launches as well as our inspirational demonstrations, which we just know the audience love.
David, wake up! What are you doing?
I'm catching some rays and having a pina colada.
There's no time to laze around. Christmas is coming to Hobbymaker.
It's June.
I know, only 6 months to go. Up you get, my friend.
There's a lot of love for Santa at Hobbymaker. Welcome back to Wake Up to Hobbymaker. Great to have your company on this Monday morning, starting the working week with us. And maybe you're not working, maybe you got some time off, maybe you've retired, maybe you don't work, I don't know. But get in touch, we'd love to hear from you. I know a lot of you have already ordered your Hunky Dory Christmas collection for 2022 already. I know lots of you actually have received it already, and lots of you actually started to make cards with it already. So if you've got a card that you've made from this collection that you'd like to show everybody, we would love to see it. Share your makes with us, and then we can put it on the screen and show everybody at home as well. Plus you'll be in the draw for a £100 credit. Maybe it will be you that wins that at the end of the month. Last Saturday of each month is when we do that £100 credit. Now, I'm going to say this. I think this is the best Christmas collection from Hunky Dory ever. Many of you agree with me as well and are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I just love everything about it.
I think it's incredible. My favourite thing about it is that you can buy this and that you know you have, no matter what themes or things people are into, you've got it covered with this. You've got sort of like Downton Abbey in here, we've got the camper van in here, we've got a really good Buckingham Palace, we've got really cute ant creatures and themes as well in your cute collection. You've got the cow, which is so different from anything. It's really, really fun.
Absolutely. Now the ultimate is everything, okay? The ultimate is going to give you, let me just explain what the difference is. The ultimate, you're going to get 4 card kits, and I'll flick through them for you and show you. And that's made up of 8 sheets of toppers, 8 sheets of printed cardstock, 8 sheets of printed and foiled. That's in each of the 4 kits. So I'll go through those in a sec. You're also going to get your Festive Adorable Scorable, and this has been hand selected by the team so that all the colours in your kits are picked up in the Adorable Scorable. That's fantastic. So how many sheets do you get?
40 sheets, 2 of each.
Then you got 64 of the inserts. Now you don't get that in the Blockbuster, and you don't get the Adorable Scorable in the Blockbuster, but you do in the Ultimate. So there's all your beautiful inserts printed beautifully.
And they're incredible. You've got 2 different designs to work with each topper collection.
Excellent. And then you also get your little book. Now again, that's not in the Blockbuster, but it is in the Ultimate. And there's 144 pages, and it just complements the artwork that's in the main collections as well. I mean, that's 144 cards in one, isn't it?
Yeah, 144 cards straight away. If you've got your Miri mats at home that we've done on many of our little book shows, just pop these on a Miri mat, pop them on an A6 card, away you go. You could use your Essential Book of Sentiments that you've already bought, have them as your sentiments with this, and you've got instant cards.
And then you also get, in both the Blockbuster and the Ultimate, the brand new magazine. Now there are so many projects in there, and they all are projects based on what you're getting in the card kits.
They are, which I think is excellent, because if you're new to crafting, you've never crafted before, but you think, you know what, this year I'm going to make my Christmas cards, you can get this collection and you will be able to make every single card that is in there. You won't need doubles of sheets, you won't need extra sort of foiled card blanks or plain card blanks. You will be able to use every single thing that you get in your collection to make cards with this.
You've even got your designer papers in the middle that have been perforated, so you can remove those really easily. They're included too. And it's not just Christmas cards, it's also Christmas ornaments as well. So you're going to get, in the Blockbuster, you get the 4 kits and you get the magazine. In the Ultimate, you get the 4 kits, the inserts, the Adorable Scorable, the book, and the magazine. So the Ultimate is the best value. Now it should be £127 and 92 pence. I'm going to flick through the card kits for you in a second so you can see all the beautiful artwork. It is nowhere near that. It is NLHD13. NLHD13, that's the product code, and this is stunning, absolutely stunning, and the value is brilliant. When you see where it's going to go, look, 67.89, and that's on 3 split pays. Now, if you go for the Blockbuster that doesn't have the Adorable Scorable or the inserts or the book, the split pay is virtually the same, but it's over 2 payments. With the Ultimate, it's over 3 payments. So you can get your kit home today for $22.63. If you bought something already, maybe those scissors, you've paid your postage, so that's a delivered price. Next payment in 4 weeks of $22.63, final payment in 8 weeks of $22.63. Now you don't have to wait until you've paid the third payment. Pay the first payment, Hunky Dory will dispatch it straight away. And we had some messages yesterday from people saying that they received theirs yesterday or just before the
They were already
weekend.
crafting with it, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were already making their
Yeah.
cards.
So if you've got some cards that you want to show us that you've been making, please do send them in
Be so fun to see.
hobbymaker.co.uk. Okay, let's have a little flick through. Now they come in different categories. This is Christmas cuties. I love that image of them.
I love that cow.
I do too.
This one is such a beautiful set. You've got really fun themes in here. Quite cute artwork, perfect for all of those fun at heart people. And all of your younger card makers as well, maybe the grandchildren that you're making special Christmas cards for this year. They're going to love this collection.
They really are. You love the Yeti, don't you?
I love the Yeti. He's so much fun. You're going to get plain cardstock and foil cardstock for each of the toppers. They all work so beautifully together. So much fussy cutting capabilities to make different size cards with these cardstocks.
Now, honestly, I know so many people that only make cards with Hunky Dory, and this has been and is every year the most eagerly awaited launch. Christmas from Hunky Dory is special. Making Christmas cards with Hunky Dory cardstock is special. Is it Hunky Dory cards that always sell the first when you go to your craft fairs and that sort of thing? That's what I found in my experience. I mean, look at this. This one is your Snowy Days. So you've got that
No,
really...
this one's a Christmas tradition. I think that one's...
Oh, Christmas tradition.
Yeah, that one's on the wrong pile.
Or Christmas cuties.
That first topper.
Ah.
Just needs to go on that one.
Okay, gotcha. Right. So this one is Christmas tradition. That confused us.
Someone's trying to mess around with us this morning.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is your classic Christmas. Reds, greens and golds. Beautiful gold foiling and accent foiling all throughout. That's your stately home decoupage sheet there.
12 days of
really
Christmas.
beautiful themes throughout this.
That was me when I was young.
Absolutely
Choir boy.
love it.
Were you a choir girl, Kat? Ah. Then we go on to our printed and foiled. How cool is this? Beautiful,
Absolutely
beautiful quality.
incredible.
And to get 4 kits, 4 complete kits for $67.89, and remember the little book and the magazine and the adorable scorable and inserts is just too good to miss out on. You'll be in your element with this.
You really, really will. And if you're someone who likes to make the most out of your crafting, then you're going to be able to make up to 100 cards just with these 4 toppers.
Those puppies, so cute. And again, the foiling is stunning. All of this is included, you're getting everything, and I'm only halfway through the card kits.
You are.
The next one is slightly more contemporary, I'd say, slightly more modern. This is your festive...
Festive style.
Style, there we go. Now this is, I know, another one that you love.
Yeah,
the motorhome.
it's so quirky, perfect for now though, because everyone building their camper vans during lockdown to go away in.
Look at the foiling, the
great.
teal foiling on the Dove.
This is what makes it special as well, because not only do we throw in a couple of decoupage sheets, but we've got speciality foiling in some of these. So you'll see coloured foil, you'll see textured foiling, real things that make them stand out.
This is your demo coming up in a second, isn't
It is, yeah. This
we
is
reckon,
my
it's
favourite
gonna be
one.
Amsterdam.
I think so. I think so with all of the little houses. It very much reminds me of that, and especially the bottom topper, because there's
The river.
there's someone skating on that.
Yeah.
And I know that that's something that they do in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
don't they? They close the canals, they have the bars outside on the ice.
Fantastic. This one's the Dancing Queen. Have you got a Dancing Queen in your family? Then you've got your wise men on the camels.
And I
Again,
love
the
how
foiling.
that's traditional, but the way it's been designed in that sort of tapestry way, it makes it so contemporary.
Look at that. Christmas pudding, but it's a martini glass.
Everyone loves a Christmas martini.
Have you ever had an espresso martini?
I have, and I'm not a coffee drinker because it makes me a little bit crazy.
I don't believe that.
It does.
I've never had one, but I'm intrigued to try one. There we go. So again, there's your foil cardstock look. 8, 8, 8 is the kind of rule of thumb. 8 printed cardstock, 8 printed and foiled, and 8 sheets of your toppers. So that one is your Christmas style. And look at that. That again.
It's the best piece of cardstock.
gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. And then the final one is probably my favourite collection in actual fact, and we'll get onto that right now.
I think it's everyone's favourite collection. It's the best seller.
Is it?
Year in, year out. It's just so nostalgic.
This is Snowy Days. Now, I adore the Santa Claus on this. This is actually a Santa Claus tag, but it's all decoupaged. So you can make him so dimensional. It's brilliant, isn't he? He's so cool. Now, my favourite sheet of all is this one. Bearing in mind what's been going on this year with the Jubilee and everything else, that fantastic party in front of the palace, we've all watched it. Maybe
It's
you were
so
lucky enough to go
regal.
to it. You've got here the guards on horseback, up the Mall, snowy scenes, snowy days, absolutely brilliant. Then look at the robin and the donkey, best of friends. Oh, you get two? No, that's a duplicate. You get one of each.
You get one of each in all of them, yeah.
Your snowy cottage. And then we come on to the cardstock. Look at that scene. I mean, I could put
Phenomenal,
that in a
isn't
frame
it?
on its own.
You could, you really could. Some of these cardstocks, honestly, if I had a favourite, I would be buying an extra topper set here because you can buy them all individually if you want to. But some of the cardstocks, you don't want to cut into them. They're just delightful.
Brilliant.
I love the snow that runs across this. And if you were lucky enough to get your snowy acetate, I'm not sure if we've got any left in stock, but if you were lucky enough to get them, then this is the collection that you're going to use your acetate with.
Now, remember, the Ultimate is the biggest collection. It's the best value. It's the same split pay as the Blockbuster that has a little bit less in it, but it's over 3 payments rather than 2. So you paid your money and takes your choice. If you want the Blockbuster that doesn't have the adorable scorable, the inserts, or the book, that's over 2 split payments. But if you'd rather go for the Ultimate and have it all, and to be honest, the inserts will make a card, the adorable scorable will make your card kits go that much further. For the sake of, it's basically the same split pay bar a few pence, but it's over 3 payments rather than 2. So your first payment is today, so that's July. Next payment August, final payment in September, and that's when you start doing all your shows.
And yeah, exactly. Maybe you'll have already done some Christmas craft fairs. You might have already made your money back before you've even spent it.
Absolutely. And don't forget, if you weren't with us between 6 and 7, we've got lots of great deals going on with the essentials from Hunky Dory, including you've got your diamond sparkles, your glitter card, you've got your snowfall acetate, that's on the show as well, that's on the website now. And the absolute early bird bargain that we didn't even know was going to happen until Kat said, let's do this. 3 pairs of scissors for just over a tenner. Were they £10.99? £10.99 for the 3 scissors. They are supposed to be £14.99 any day of the week, and they have been for months. So get them if you would like them. They are still available, selling fast.
Are we going to do a demo?
Yes.
And I'm going to use this one. I was really sad because this is my favourite, but it's my favourite for a reason, so I've got to use it. It's so beautiful, and of course we're using the silver, the foiled cardstock with the snow, which is just adorned in that gold foiling. So I've already cut this down. We've cut it in half, and we're going to do an 8x6 here, which is a bit of an oblong card, but I think it works perfectly when we have this scene on here. So I'm popping this onto a little bit of gold Miri. So my gold Miri is 8x6, and then this I've cut down just 2/8 of an inch shorter so it can sit really nicely on top here. Now I don't want to sort of fill a lot of this design up, so I was thinking, how can I use this in a way which it's going to look amazing, and it does anyway because that cardstock's phenomenal, but I'm not going to sort of hide any of that beautiful detailing. So I'm going to take this border strip because we're going to bring this in. I'm going to use a sentiment as well, so I'll pop this maybe up in the top corner. From our home to yours is the perfect sentiment for this with all these little houses on.
Totally, yeah.
So we might pop that on this way. I don't want to hide my little skater there, so we'll see where that best fits. And then I think the one I'm going to use is this small topper. And small toppers are something that we don't necessarily do when we're making cards. We always show how you could use the bigger toppers, but sometimes it's nice to see how you can use the small ones as well. So I've got some foam pads on the back of here.
Wouldn't it be nice this year, bearing in mind the last couple of years
height
that we've had, wouldn't it be nice to go back to Christmas markets?
Yes.
Maybe Amsterdam.
I would
Prague,
love that. Definitely on my bucket list for this year, to be travelling and go to Christmas market. So I'm going to pop that up here. It is going to hide just this tiny bit, but if I put it on this side, it's going to hide so much more of that gorgeous detailing. So up there in the top corner, that's going to go. And I've just got foam pads on the top and the bottom, so it'll nicely sit underneath my border that we've lifted up off there. And then, yeah, from our home to yours. Now, I'm really struggling because I don't want to cover up this artwork. I was going to pop it on here, but now it might have to go up here actually, so you can still see all of the stunning detail, because it is a cardstock, it's just so beautiful. And then to finish it off, gemstones.
Actually,
add more gemstones on here.
You could put your Snowflake acetate over that.
You could, yeah. You could have it as like a false front, so you could keep your card like this and then have your acetate sort of coming over the front of here. That would look absolutely gorgeous, but we're just going to pop this onto our card blank. So just take that tape off there. We've kept it quite simple for this card, but I think because it's so gorgeous, the detailing in here, you don't need to do much more than this.
Lots of new customers coming through who've never shopped with us before. Maybe you've been a Hunky Dory fan for years, wonder where they've gone. Now you've found them on Hobby Maker. This is your new home.
I love that. Oops, my Yeti's in the way.
That's the phrase of the day.
The Yeti's in the way.
My Yeti's in the way.
It's so pretty though, isn't it? And look how that foiling just lights up those houses when you move it around. I want to be inside this card. I want to be that girl skating on the lake.
You want to live there.
It's so cool.
That is from, what card kit was that one from?
This one's from the Festive style. Which
Festive
is
style,
sort of contemporary kit.
Now the kits themselves will actually come in separate packaging. They'll come in separate cellophane wrapping. So if you wanted to actually just open the bottom and take a sheet out one at a time, so you're not actually exposing everything to the elements, you can do that, of course. But this is, to be honest, for most people, not everyone, but for most people, this is probably all you will need for your Christmas cards for 2022. To have so many toppers, so much quality printed cardstock and foiling as well. Certainly if you're going for the ultimate with all that adorable scorable. I mean, if I just prove a point here, if I just fan out some of these colours for a second or two. We saw them individually in the last hour, but if you just have a little look here, the colours have been hand selected by Natalie and the team at Hunky Dory, so that
a light blue.
Yeah, I mean both of these blues would go
really.
actually. See? So you're not going to have any colour clashes. You can either use the light blue or the dark blue.
Yeah, your mats and layers, you can be using these amazing colours. You could be creating your card blanks, so your DLs, your 5x5s. You could be creating them from this, and then you're not using extra card blanks. You've got everything you need to go together.
Look at the cow. The cow, you've got that lovely chocolate brown,
a little gingerbread colour
in the hair, and you are of course getting the little book in the Ultimate Collection as well, and that just makes it explode. Because basically you've got potentially 144 card toppers. If you just want to treat each and every one of these as a topper, you've got 144. Bearing in mind, you've actually got quite a few of each of the images. You can then cut into them, fussy cut them, decoupage them if you wanted to do that as well. Or we have got the book on its own. I know a lot of you maybe come back and buy a second book. If you've got your collection and it arrived and you love it so much and you want an extra book, it's only, I think it's £9.99, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, like you say, they buy it and they make cards for charities with these little books.
Well, we've only got 29 available at the moment. We might be able to get more stock, but certainly at the moment, that's all we have. And it's so easy to take a sheet out of this. Beautiful images. And quite a few of the images are on the toppers, but to have them in paper form to use and to make your kit go that much further, absolutely gorgeous. £9.99, and you can sell what you make, obviously.
Yeah.
QGHD 091, that's your item number if you want another little book for £9.99. Okay, and of course the magazine, don't forget the magazine, crucially. The magazine is featuring all of the card kits you're going to be getting here today. So if you open up your card kits and you're a new crafter and you're thinking, okay, toppers, yeah, cardstock, I don't know what to do, then every single page has got at least 2 or 3, maybe even 4
Yeah.
different projects on it. And you can copy these absolutely, or just take maybe a construction idea and use other toppers and use other
Yeah,
stuff.
use the different layouts, take inspiration from the designs that we've chosen to make, and then you can be making different cards with it. That's a
I mean,
really nice
that's another
one.
twist on what Natalie's just been working
Yeah.
on. Lovely,
It's
isn't it?
so fun. There's so many ideas in here as well, and there's some toppers where we've sort of stretched it even further and tried to make 3 cards. We've got some incredible projects in there using the double-sided papers. They're really, really fun, different ways of using those.
And the papers, they're not matte. They've got that lovely kind
Yeah,
of...
we're following that satin finish all throughout, so you're going to be able to use them even with your topper collections as well.
Beautiful. So the magazine's included in both the Blockbuster and the Ultimate. The difference between the Ultimate and the Blockbuster has got all the kits, but it doesn't have the adorable scorable inserts and the book. So if you want that, you can get that. That's a little bit less money, obviously, but it's on 2 split payments. The Ultimate, though, has got the inserts, the adorable scorable, and the book, plus the magazine and everything. And it's the same, virtually the same money each month on split pay, but it's over 3 payments. Or you can pay in full if you don't want split pay. That's there for you. NLHD13. It's so lovely to hear from you saying that, that you've actually got yours. You bought it on Tuesday when it launched. It did actually sell out on Tuesday.
It did,
both
it
sets,
was
the Blockbuster
incredible.
and the Ultimate. We've been able to restock it because obviously Hunky Dory really produce an awful lot of these. It's the biggest selling item of the year for Hunky Dory. So look forward to and so cherished and loved by everybody that loves Hunky Dory. Make Hunky Dory cards, sell Hunky Dory cards, give Hunky Dory cards, the gift of quality every single time.
Definitely.
Right, now you've got the 2 lovebirds there.
I do. So this one has quite large toppers on it, but I want to show you how you could use your large toppers on smaller cards. So we're going to do like a DL card this time, and I'm just going to have to double check because sometimes I make these a little bit bigger by accident. So I need to cut this down to 3 3/4. And then we just need to trim a little bit off the bottom for it to fit on my Miri mat there. So I've chosen just to use this really nice design, and we're just going to take a bit more from the bottom because I don't really want to remove any of that gorgeous foiling. So we're going to make a thin DL card, and DL cards are quite on trend at the moment. I think a lot of people like the way that they look. Also, because they're quite thin in size, you can make at least 3 DL cards from one piece of cardstock if you're going to mat and layer it in the way that I'm doing here. So actually,
Good point, yeah.
you can get more out of your collection by doing it this way. So just going to line this up onto my silver Miri.
And also you can get more cards on the mantelpiece of the DL.
Yes, you can, can't you? You can fit more on. So I'm going to pop that on there, and then I'm actually going to use my round topper to make sort of like it coming off the sides. Now, our card blanks might fit this in because we do have a little bit more extra space, but you can always put it in sort of like an A5 card and add something else in there as well. So we're going to pop that in. I'm going to stick all my frames down in different lengths. So let's just pop all of those pieces out. And I always say, if you're going to do this, stick your largest frame down first, because there's nothing worse than thinking that you've got your frame, your topper in the center, and then you go to add your frames around the side and they're sort of out of place or too much to the left, too much to the right. So I've got double foam pads on the back of here, and I've just added it to the top and the bottom, and I'm going to stick that towards the top end of my card. I'm going to pop that down, and then again with the middle frame, you can put all of your foam pads on here, but I've just done the smaller selection just to make sure it fits in, and then we're just going to maneuver that into place back underneath there, and that's going to sit a little bit lower. And then with this, I'm not sure whether we should stick it down flat, so it kind of gives you that vision that it's going inwards. So let's get some construction glue on here. Normally I would pop it on foam pads and have your topper as sort of like the visual element, but sometimes drawing your eye into the center can look a lot nicer. So
now, do you remember, I think it was last week, we had Scott, our boss, come into the studio with a gift box, and no one told me what it was that was inside the gift box. Big build up for this announcement, and it was the return of the construction glue.
The
in stock.
construction glue.
I know, and it's still available. You get actually 6 bottles for £11.99, so £2 a bottle of that glue that everybody was waiting for months and months and months. It's still available if you'd like it. It was a massive order that came in. So
It was.
There's a lot to go
We
around.
got so much delivered, but I can promise you it probably will only last a year because it is one of our biggest selling glues. Everyone loves the construction glue. I'm going to add a little bit of a border to the bottom section here just to break it up a little bit more. I should have really put that a little bit higher, but that's okay. And then I'm going to add my large sort of sentiment on there, which says Seasons Tweetings, which I absolutely love. So let's stick that onto this edge here, keeping in with those sort of round themes, and then we'll stick this to our card blank. So again, we can just peel off our tape because we've already got that on there, and stick this onto our card blank, and then there you go, another card ready to go. And you just add in your insert into the centre there.
Look at that.
So sweet, and
Beautiful.
such a good one as well if for a winter wedding. You know those weddings that you've got between Christmas and New Year? This is perfect for that.
It's a bit like you're looking through maybe a magnifying glass or a periscope to
with the way that
birds.
it sort of goes down.
Goes
That's
in.
the kind of look we were hoping for with that, and I think we've achieved it.
I think you have. Now, the construction glue, that is £11.99. Diane's already in for this one. Makes absolute sense.
Oops.
We've had a great morning of kind of stash builders and that sort of thing with Hunky Dory. All these essential items that have been out of stock for so long, like the craft knife with the 2 extra spare blades, that's now available. That's not been available here at Hobby Maker at all since we've been on air, and that's from the beginning of March. So, yeah, it's now available with 2 spare blades. It's only £4.99. New from Hunky Dory. So you see all of the fantastic guests using those all the time. Now's your chance to own one. Sharon on the Isle of Wight says, I ordered my ultimate collection on Tuesday and due to arrive today. Can't wait. They always sell
So
first at
exciting.
markets. Hunky Dory cards, they always do. Thank you from Sharon on the Isle of Wight. I totally agree with you, Sharon. Hunky Dory cards, if you love the quality of the kits, your customers, if you do sell your cards, are going to love the quality of what you make. They really are top notch. And to get the most awaited collection of the year. It's always the one collection that gets the most interest and gets the most excitement. Whenever we go out to shows and things like that, people are always talking about the Christmas collection from Hunky Dory. And we couldn't believe the deal. We couldn't believe the quality of the imagery as well. I think it is the best collections that Hunky Dory have done. I mean, favourites from my point of view, not that that really should matter. I love that decoupage centre with the tag. Really great, that one. My favourite of all, purely because of what we've had this year with the Jubilee and the party and all that sort of thing. It was a real kind of special moment after being locked down for a couple of years. They get out to that sort of party and see that celebration of the Queen was fantastic. So that's a great one in there as well. For traditionalists, you're going to absolutely adore the traditional Father Christmas. If I just get you to have a little look at these toppers for a second, this really gets across the quality because the flecking detail that you've got in the foiling there, all of those tiny little areas of foiling there, it's amazing. Look, see?
I don't think that's something that you necessarily see either when you're just picking and flicking, so it's nice to get that real detailed view of it because it's what makes your collection stand out. And when people are walking past your stalls and they see the incredible detailing from that accent foiling, they're going to be straight over and buying endless amounts.
That's not just one big topper. There are all those separate frames there as well. So you've got 2 frames and then the topper.
Yeah, so you can do lots of different things with that. You can sort of make shaker cards with your frames by putting your snowfall acetate and maybe some glitter in there or sequins. It's incredible to have different varieties of your toppers there.
Look at the little polar bear pups.
Very
Absolutely
sweet.
Adorable. You've got some more finished cards there as well, haven't you?
We do. So these are some that we made yesterday. So we made the Yeti one, which has got the diorama in. So we made these on yesterday's show. So if you like any of these designs, then you can watch that back for details how to do that. Then we did a little acetate, but instead of having an extra panel here, we've just stuck this on with a sheet of acetate, which you can't really see, and that hides that under there, but look at the detailing on that.
We were saying
topper.
yesterday that cottage looks very much like the holiday cottage on the film.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of my favourite films to watch at Christmas
Yeah.
time. I must watch it about 5 times in a
mine
row.
too.
It's absolutely incredible. And then we made this one as well, which is a really fun way of using this cardstock, because again, this is decoupage, but we've only used 3 layers to build this up. So we've got another 3 layers and the base layer to use on a separate card. So you can still make really big cards, but still have loads left over to make even more.
Well, for those of you that have already ordered, thank you very much. For those of you that are looking forward to your delivery, maybe today, you're going to love it. That big parcel will arrive. I mean, imagine how much it would cost to actually send this in the post if you went to a post office. Collection 1, Collection 2, Collection 3, Collection 4. Big bundle of your adorable scorable in colourways that have been hand selected to purposefully, coordinate beautifully well with the actual card kits as well. Then you've got those 64 inserts, and an insert in a card I think lifts the level of luxury, doesn't it?
It really does. So it's really nice to be able to have these.
And that is totally trimmable to whatever size you want to make it. Then of course you've got your variety that you get, the 144 pages in this book. I think you get, is it 5 of each?
You get 6 of each.
6 of each.
There's
6 of
24
each.
designs, you get 6 of each. So much ability to make sort of decoupage cards, or fussy cut them, or do sort of like diorama cards, or even cut these out with your nesting dies to create pyramage and invertage.
I love, love, love this. So again, yes, the artwork is very, very similar to what you've got on the tags, but it's going to mean that you can instantly make 144 separate cards if you want to, if you do like charity batch making, that sort of thing. But then if you wanted to, you can fussy cut them, decoupage them, make it go a lot further if you want to. That's a really joyous image though, isn't it? That's what has made me think, do you know what, I want to go to a Christmas fair this year. I want to go to a Christmas market somewhere, maybe abroad, maybe in this country.
A little bit of mulled wine in the snow.
Oh yeah, it's got to be done. It's got to be done, definitely. $9.99 on its own if you want that book, 144 pages. But remember, the ultimate is going to give you the magazine, the book. It's going to give you the adorable scorable, the inserts, and the 4 card kits.
Yeah.
The actual blockbuster is just the 4 card kits and the magazine, okay? So you choose which you'd like. It's still available if you want the blockbuster. Blockbuster's a little less, it's $44.99. It's on 2 split pays. If you go for the ultimate, that's about 67 something, and that's on 3 split pays. So your actual split pays aren't very different. They're about the same price, but you just pay 1 extra month on the ultimate, 1 less month on the blockbuster. The choice is yours. WBHD 51 is your product number, WBHD 51, and that will get you the ultimate. I mean, I'd go for the ultimate, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think when you've got the extra added elements in there, you're going to be able to make more cards with the stuff that you've got. It's going to make it more worthwhile.
And you've got, in the magazine, in the region of 80 different projects?
80 different projects, yeah. There's a lot in there. We've got some with the double-sided papers, some looking at the little book and the different things you can do with your little books, which is really fun. We've included cards in there that use your adorable scorable, ways of using your inserts, but there is 2 cards for each topper collection. We've used just what you guys are gonna get home, so you know that if you're gonna make a card from this magazine, if you're gonna make the 2 cards that are showed with the polar bear, you're going to have enough from just that kit to make them.
And by the way, those removable papers, you don't have to kind of play around with the stapler or anything like that. Basically, they're perforated. So now, this is a new development actually, you can very easily remove the paper from the magazine. See, there's a perforated line up there. So you're not going to be tearing it or damaging the magazine at all and all the pages falling out. So they've thought about everything. Now, coming up, we've got, of course, the lovely Sarah Davies here later on. It is the Crafters Companion Takeover. She's going to be on Sewing Street and also on Jewellery Maker and with us from 1 o'clock this afternoon. So it's a complete takeover from Sarah, and Debbie Fisher's with her, of course, as well. Do remember, though, we've got from 6 o'clock this morning all the Hunky Dory essential items, all the essential Snowfall acetate, the return of the craft knife, all of that. Have a little back at that show if you want to from 6 o'clock, and all the items that were in these 2 shows are now listed on the website. So thank you, Natalie. Safe journey home.
You too.
Good to see you, and I'll be back at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Enjoy Sewing Street and Sarah Davies coming up soon.